So basically, ladies and gentlemen, the main important thing is when we're getting into factoring, when you guys are looking at these, you guys can go back to your regular factoring technique, which we have previously discussed in this class, where if you want to factor something, we basically want to determine what two numbers multiply to give you 4, and then add to give you negative 4. Okay? And if you just go through the factors that multiply to give you 4, you can see that the two factors are negative 2 and negative 2. Now, in this perfect square, in this expression, you can see that a is equal to 1. So I can use the factors x minus 2 times x minus 2. All right? Then, as we go over to here, we do the same thing. What two numbers multiply to give you 25, add to give you positive 10? And as you go through the factors of 25, you can see 5 and 5. Then, on the last one, we're seeing what two numbers multiply. Macy, this is not a time to do that. What two numbers multiply to give you 81, but then add to give you negative 18? And you can see, very good. Now, there's a couple things I want you guys to notice about this, is that first of all, these are all square numbers, meaning that the factors are exactly the same. Now, if the factors were positive or if the factors were negative was dependent on what the middle term was, right? When the middle term was negative, you have your negative factors. But it doesn't matter if it's negative or positive. Your square number was always positive, right? Because that's a negative times a negative makes a positive, and a positive times a positive makes a positive. However, one last thing I want to make sure that we do when we are factoring these are what we call perfect square trinomials. They're trinomials. They have 3 terms. And they have they're perfect squares. You can see that my front term is a square, or my front and my last term are square numbers. The reason why these are so important, Macy, is because we can simplify them to binomial squared. Would you guys agree with me that instead of writing x minus 2 times x minus 2, we can rewrite it as x minus 2 squared? No. Would that make sense? OK. So that's just going to be your factor formula. I just wanted to go over that with you, because that's what we're going to be doing today in this class, is using that.